Eshani, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101. So you would have had to be living under a rock to not have heard about this new eyeshadow palette that Too Faced just released. This is an eyeshadow palette that is inspired by peaches, the fruit. It is called the Sweet Peach Eyeshadow Palette. It comes in this gorgeous tin packaging, very, very nice and sleek with the beautiful ombre and the peach embossing and everything. It's so nice. It does have a magnetic closure, and you guys can see when you open it up, there are 18 shades of eyeshadow. Now, one thing you guys won't be able to see, or more so smell on camera, is that this palette does smell like delicious peach candy. Now this palette is so fragrant that when I opened up my Ulta box, which is where I ordered this palette from, I ordered it from Ulta online. When I opened up the box, the entire thing smelled like peaches. So let's back up a little bit. I feel like I got way too ahead of myself for this review. Too Faced did release this Sweet Peach palette. They initially released it on their website. This product retails for $49. It has been restocked a couple times on the Too Faced website. I know that Ulta has restocked it a couple times on their website as well. Sephora has also stocked it. I know Macy's will be carrying it. I believe there's another brand called beautybrands.com that's carrying it. hsn.com has it. And Ulta stores, Sephora stores, and Macy's stores will all be carrying it very soon. I did want to let you guys know of all the retailers that will be carrying it because this palette is almost impossible to find. It's been selling out within seconds. Anytime it restocks, it's been crashing websites. It's been a mad dash to get your hands on this puppy. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you, is it really worth the hype? I'm feeling totally scatterbrained today, so I apologize that this video is going to be here, there, and everywhere. But either way, box, actual palette, really, really cute. The back of the box does show you guys the colors you get inside, and the inside of the box does come with a little instruction manual to achieve 3 different looks. I really, really like that Too Faced does this with a lot of their palettes, especially these palettes that are really, really hyped up. Jumping right into talking about the palette. The palette itself is the same size and overall shape as their chocolate bar palettes. It's the thinner version of the chocolate bar. Same kind of tin packaging, but the inside doesn't have those bigger shadows. If you guys are familiar with the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes, you know how they have a couple of bigger shadows. All of these shadows are all the same size. As I said, there are 18 different shades, and each shadow has 0.95 grams of product, which is about 2/3 of the size of a full-size MAC shadow. Now, before I tell you guys my overall impressions and my opinion on the quality of these shadows and whether or not this palette is worth the hype, I just want to get into full swatches of this entire palette so you guys can see how all of the colors swatch on my skin tone. We will be swatching this palette in rows across. So here is the top row of swatches. From left to right, the shades we have are White Peach, Luscious, Just Peachy, Bless Her Heart, Tempting, and Charmed, I'm Sure. Now you guys can see the real standouts in this row are definitely the second shade, which is Luscious, and the fourth shade, which is Bless Her Heart. I definitely think Bless Your Heart is very unique. It's kind of like that olivey green with that slight golden silver shift. Now here's the second row of swatches in the palette. From left to right, we have Nectar, Cobbler, Candied Peach, Bellini, Peach Pit, and Delectable. Obviously that middle peach shade, which is called Candied Peach, I feel like is the most true peach color that is in this entire palette. Unfortunately, that color did need to be built up quite a bit. That swatch you're seeing is about 5 layers of product. And here's the final row in the palette. From left to right, we have Peaches and Cream, Georgia, Caramelized, Puree, Summer Yum, and Talk Derby to Me. Those two darker, very warm browns, Puree and Summer Yum, I would say are some of the standouts in this palette. I feel like they really do give the eye some dimension, and they're really nice transition colors. Jumping right into my opinions on the quality of these shadows, I feel like for the most part, they disappointed me. I'm really, really sorry to say that because I know this palette is like what everybody wants, but I feel like the quality overall is really, really powdery. A lot of these shadows don't deliver a lot of pigmentation, which is really surprising. Now, it could be my skin tone because I feel like the majority of these colors are medium to light. You're not getting too many very, very dark colors. I know I have colors that look exactly like the majority of these in my makeup stash. The better colors in this palette are definitely the ones that have that shimmery, shiny finish. So for example, Luscious is really nice. I also really do like Bless Her Heart, that green one I was talking about. This one in Bellini is pretty good. These two matte browns down here, I really, really like, but they are very, very powdery. They are pigmented, but they're powdery. Now, something I was a little bit shocked about, for this being called the Sweet Peach palette, I was expecting a lot more peachy shades. I think if these two shades right here, Just Peachy and Candied Peach, if you kind of covered those up, the rest of the palette just looks like any other neutral eyeshadow palette. I feel like the incorporation of these two greens really reminds me of the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone eyeshadow palette, which is like $4.99 at the drugstore. These two purples incorporated with the rest of the neutrals kind of reminds me of the original Chocolate Bar, how they have that purpley color in there. So I don't really know how to say this lightly because I know that this is a very, very hyped up product, but I feel like if you were to pay a ridiculous price on eBay for this, I think you would be disappointed. Now, do I think these are the worst shadows in the world or you cannot make them work? Absolutely not. You can totally get this palette to work if you already own it or if you really, really want it. I don't think it's a bad palette. And for a palette that is just so hyped up and so hard to get like this one, I would expect either the colors need to be really, really unique or the quality needs to be a hit out of the park. Now, is it cute? Absolutely, totally. It is so slightly gimmicky, but very, very unique. Obviously, there is no eyeshadow palette pretty much in the world that I know of that smells like peaches. Very unique, such cute packaging. Once the hype dies down on this product, which it will inevitably, every single makeup product that is ever hyped, eventually that hype dies down, and that's when people really get to scrutinize the quality of it. So I am here to scrutinize the overall quality, putting the hype aside and telling you guys that it's not a bad product, but is it a must-have and is it worth the hype? In my opinion, no. Now, with all of that being said, I am a very, very big advocate that different products work differently for different people. And I say that in a lot of videos, and I feel the need to say that, especially in videos like this, where people get really, really hyped over something. They expect it to be really good. They almost convince themselves that it's better than maybe it actually is because of the effort it took them to find it. So just remember that even if I don't like a product and I don't feel like it's worth the hype for me, it doesn't mean it won't work for you. And in celebration of that, you guys may notice that here's my box, here's my palette, and what the heck is that in the background? Yes, that is yet another palette. Once I was able to track this down, I actually wanted to track down one for you guys. Despite me not thinking it is all that in a bag of worms. Is that even a saying? All that in a bag of worms? Anyways, I don't think this palette is all that, but I know it's hard to get and I know a lot of people really, really want it. I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to try it for yourself. So if you are interested in winning this palette, it's brand new in its box. All you have to do is just be subscribed to my channel and thumbs up this video and leave a comment down below just saying anything. Don't say enter me, just whatever you guys want to say. Just give me some feedback. tell me my hair looks nice, whatever. This giveaway will run for about a week, so I believe around like April 11th or so. I'm not gonna put like an exact cutoff time, but around that time, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick a winner from the comments and they will win this palette. You guys could probably tell there's nothing about giveaway written in the title of this video or even in the description box. It's just my little way of saying thank you to my loyal followers, my loyal viewers, the people who genuinely spend every Monday and Thursday watching my videos. It really means a lot to me. It means the world, and that's why I thought of you guys, and I'm so excited for one of you guys to win this palette. All right, so I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Overall, if you can't get your hands on the palette, just don't stress. I would say don't stress about it. If you have it, enjoy it, love it. Don't spend $500 on eBay for it. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys in my next one on Thursday. I'll see you then. Bye. These are just straight up like frosty, shimmery, like you look at this, technically a 6-in-1 curling wand, but if you guys haven't seen my review video, I will